again, everybody, high above the ice, alongside Braden Lebelzik and Kyle Heavey from the JFK Memorial Coliseum in Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm Zach Johnston. It's a pleasure to be with you, bringing you live on Channel 16, NHIAA Division I boys hockey between the visiting Londonderry Lancers and your Trinity Pioneers. It is a pleasure to be here once again. I'm Zach Johnston alongside Braden Lebelzik and Kyle Heavey. These two teams matching up, ready to go, and the game is on. Face-off won by the Pios and dumped down. Kyle, what do these two teams have in store for us this afternoon?
Well, it's going to be a lot of trickery for us, as a lot of red, white, and blue uniforms out there for sure. Trinity in their home whites with the red pants, while for the Lancers, they're in the blue jerseys and red pants, but blue socks. So we're trying to get things squared away as both teams are battling out through the middle of the ice right here.
Puck dumped down by Ethan Leon, the junior starting defender. Braden, with your brother Bryson on this team, I'm sure you've heard a lot of insight. What are the Pios looking at this year for the 25-26 season?
Yeah, I think it's a championship or bust season. Obviously, with guys coming in like the Lucier twins are coming in here. They have a few good freshmen. Bryson made the switch to D this year, so I think it's championship or bust with them this year.
Here's Kalen Lucier off of a defending stick and capped in by number 4, Jack DeFreitas. Moved up ice now, then poked away by Callum Lucier as the puck is in the neutral zone and possessed by Tristan Lucier. Tristan heading in behind the net, holding it on the backhand and dumping it back to the blue line. Here's a wrister directed towards the net and wide. And a centering attempted pass there from Hunter Therian, a freshman, Kyle, that we mentioned before the game. Ended up not finding a recipient as the puck sends up the right side. Londonderry getting some fresh legs out there, but Trinity possessing the puck in their own zone. Moved up ice by Therian. Now along the wing for Kalen Lucier. Lucier on net! Off the pad and gloved by Justin Doyle.
Now for Braden, you obviously have played with these players 2 years ago. You've graduated, but it must be kind of weird to see these kids that you were a senior when they were sophomores, now be seniors, and how much they've grown and gotten better over these past few years here.
Yeah, it definitely makes you feel old, that's for sure.
Welcome to our world here, as Zach is getting things squared away, and Trinity seems like they are keeping the pressure here in the offensive zone with trying to get this 1-0 lead.
Centering pass, couldn't find anybody. That's Christian Buckley in the far corner, fighting for possession, racing forward as Mason Wasieko to the slot. Puck bouncing around. Can they get a shot off? They cannot. The Lancers recover. That was a big bouncing puck moment in the danger zone, and that's a dangerous attempted stick used there by Wasieko. Could have been a slash. Sliding into the wall there was Tucker Reynolds. Puck up in the air and landing on the ice. Possessed now by Dylan Benkin. Kept in the Londonderry zone, the Trinity zone, and blocked down. Racing for the puck on the near side is Benkin. Benkin takes it behind the Londonderry cage, and the Lancers will move the puck up ice now. Not anymore. It's dumped down by Trinity. Londonderry making a couple changes, but keeping the majority of the guys on the ice, and a big hit there. Laying that was Pat Maher.
Fun fact for this game, Zach, Brady Soroy has been the first goal scorer for Trinity for the past 2 seasons here. We'll see if he can make it 3 here from the defensive spot this year.
Brady's got the mean wrister that we remember from last season. And Kyle, my favorite game we did last year was their comeback against Bedford, in which they won in overtime.
It was certainly a wonderful day right there, and great to have hockey back in action here. As
Bolio slides that down, and it's touched by Doyle after no icing would have been called. Off the boards, and now fighting for possession. Londonderry will take it. It's moved up ice by Michael Bell. 2 Bells on this team. Michael Bell and his little brother Brady, wearing 12 and 13 respectively on their blue sweaters for this Londonderry team.
Shocking, a Brady wearing 12.
Up ice, dancing his way in is Hunter Therian. Kept onside by Tristan Lucier. Therian going for it along with Kalen Lucier. Long pass, nobody there. And going back to get it is Colton LaRoe, who will take it from Joe Ronzello.
And my apologies, Brady's wearing 13, not 12, so I had that wrong, as the brother Michael is wearing the 12 and not the 13 like I expected to have.
Brandon, we talked about how important it is that Trinity has 2 goalies on their rosters. Last year it was just Ronzello.
Yeah, I know. I think I was the bug last year, Zach, like you were mentioning it earlier. Yeah, it's definitely good to have 2 goalies at practice, too, so they're not one-sided drills, all that fun stuff.
In the neutral zone, it's dumped down by Brady Bell as Ronzello will tap this out, and it's taken by Colton LaRoe. A pass that now will find the stick of Ben Saskevich as he took a hit into the boards, and Ethan Leon will have it here for Londonderry, looking to set something up. Finds a teammate. Can they exit the zone? They can. Puck finds its way deep into the Trinity area. Colton LaRoe will move this up for Wasieko. Puck battle. Londonderry's got it. An open man, a shot, and a glove save by Ronzello.
Now, Braden, was Joe kind of in the waiting wings when you were here being goalie and as a third stringer back 2 years ago, or because he's looking sharp so far through this first 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'll take all the credit for that, Kyle. I mean, I think I taught him everything he knows. But, yeah, he was kind of waiting behind me and Hepler. And, yeah, he's obviously been great. Last year he made the All-State team, and I think he's looking to build upon that this year.
It helped he got all the reps.
Certainly, Braden, you had to deal with a little bit tougher with Hepler,
Yeah.
Splitting time.
They went from like 50-50 split with 2 great goalies to 1 great goalie with nobody, not even a backup. I think that's, it's like when Martin Brodeur would have no backup and he would just play every game.
Him and Patrick Waugh were
charging as Wasieko throws one on Doyle, and he knocked it down.
Ooh.
Loose puck this time. He covers, and Londonderry's Mason Nato was not too fond of the attempted jabbing at the goaltender. 9:21 left in the first period, no score. Zach Johnston, Braden LaBelzic, and Kyle Heavey here on Channel 16. Trinity versus Londonderry, 0-0.
Braden, I mean, as a goalie, situations like that must be difficult where you reach out, you go to cover it up, and you miss it. And you're thankfully your teammates are there to help you out, but it's certainly a daunting situation there.
Oh, yeah, especially when you miss the puck like that. It can be scary because you don't know where it is.
Centering pass, here's a chance, shot this one thing. Oh, it hit the crossbar. Bolio hit the pipe, and it won't go on the net, and a save by Doyle. So close.
Oh, try to go bar down, and instead it went bar out.
If you're here for Trinity, you just got to recoup and take advantage of the momentum and don't dwell on the fact that you barely missed the first goal of the year if you're Max Polio. You just got to focus on the faceoff. 9:05 mark here at the first period.
And banking from the defensive spot.
Chopping it back out. Londonderry will take it, but a rolling puck is sent back into the Londonderry zone by a Trinity stick. Playing it in the corner. Londonderry will take possession. It's moved up by stick Gavin Sweeney. Sweeney away from an attempted poke check. Sweeney will take it up now. Sweeney, I don't think that got any of Ronzello, just missed the net completely. After a turnover, Brady Bell. Royce got his stick on it. A ricochet pass that will result in the game's first icing with 8:32.
I was hoping that was going to be like a pong and it was going to go in, but it just did not. Get an icing and it will go 180 feet the other way in this scoreless game. Zach, obviously, you're doing a great job with some of these numbers. We're getting kind of the kinks out here for Londonderry are a little off, so we're doing our best that you can to get these correct names here. But now a chance for the Lancers.
Shot deflected. Wrister blocked. Trinity's doing a good job of getting bodies in the way so far in this first period. Loose puck that squirted out in front of the net, and now taken by Trinity. We got a chance. Racing in, it's a 2-on-1, and a wide shot there from Tristan Lucier. Checked by Kalen Lucier, and that stick comes free. Grabbing that is Tristan Lucier with 3 Londonderry Lancers in pursuit of him, and he's still able to get the puck behind the net. Here is Hunter Therian. Therian with a pass that hits off multiple sticks, and he ends up getting it back and moving it for Lucier behind the net.
Yeah, Hunter wanted that pass on the 2-on-1, just did not get it, and you can see that he is certainly
racing down. Gavin Carroll. Carroll kicked by Ronzello. Rebound collected by Jack DeFreitas. Behind the net with the puck is Austin Callahan as Londonderry can make a change, and it's moved up ice to Luca Varani. Holding this now is Buckley off the boards and taken by Colt LaRoe. A neutral zone possession here for Londonderry that will result in an offensive chance, possibly. Fighting for it, Mason Nato with Therian. Penalty coming up here, 2 minutes for slashing. We'll see our first power play of the game.
Yeah, he just kind of got a little too annoyed there and was just sick of being pestered and wanted to get that puck, and now spent 15 minutes in the box. So
the freshman in his first game gets the penalty. It'll be Hunter Therian, 2 minutes for slashing, and the Lancers will be on the power play. How important is this kill here, Brandon? Maybe for some momentum if Trinity can get this kill.
This is a huge kill. This is usually how games start to get momentum. You got to kill that momentum right down. Ice the puck whenever you can here.
Huge momentum booster could be for either side with 7:07 left, an odd man advantage. Holding this and waiting is Gavin Carroll. He'll dump this back for Callahan. Callahan waiting. Callahan's got it. He finds Taryn Bauer. The open man now is Varani. It's now dumped behind the net. Waiting for somebody to get it. This is Fitzgerald. Someone lost their stick. Fitzgerald will pick it up. It was him. Waiting and dumped, and keeping that onside is Taryn Bauer. Cutting back is Varani. Back to Bauer. Bauer shoots, and a glove stop by Ronzello. He had Gavin Carroll right up in his face. Braden, he was able to snag it with the trapper.
Yeah, that was a quick glove. I always like to see that stuff, Zach.
Nice little glove snatches. Cam Roberge of Manchester did that many times in a 6-0 win on Monday for the Kings, who was our second star of the game. 6:25, no score. Power play here for Londonderry. They got 1:18 left on the 2-minute minor on Therian, who is sitting in the box in his first high school game. Broken up in the slot. Chance kicked away there by the pad of Ronzello. Trinity hasn't had many opportunities to clear the puck, Braden, and it's giving some offensive pressure here for Londonderry. Shot going wide of the net, picked up. Trinity, can they get a chance to clear it? That one ricocheting wide, or really shot wide by Michael Bell, and dumped down by the Pioneers. Off the stick of Doyle. He'll send it down towards his left to our far side. Would you look at that? That's a smart hit by Chris Centorino. He hit a Londonderry guy into his own teammate. Kill two birds with one stone. Especially, when you're on the penalty kill. If you can knock out two of the guys on the power play, all of a sudden you're on the advantage. That's dumped down, and we've hit the 25-second mark remaining on the penalty. This is Ethan Leon, who holds and connects, and off the stick of Callahan, and icing is called on the power play. That's got to be a pet peeve if you're a hockey coach. Icing the puck on the power play. It will be a defensive zone faceoff that will start the next 15 seconds remaining on the penalty.
Braden, what do you do in that situation? You're on the power play. You're not expecting a face-off in your own zone, and it's got to be kind of annoying. You're like, what are you doing, guys?
Yeah, if you're on offense, obviously your goal is to get the puck out. If you're on defense, try to get the puck deep, put it in the corner. Do something just to wait until the other guy comes back on the ice.
Off the draw, the Lancers win it, and a big hit given by Kalen Lucier. Here is Fitzgerald as Fitzgerald walks in, cuts, waits, looks for an open man. They find Leon back to the top and back to even strength and redirected high in the air, and Trinity will move it away from their zone. Penalty coming up. This will be on Trinity. They'll go back to the box.
Zach,
That was not a penalty. That's delayed
okay.
offsides. My apologies. You see a hand in the air, and sometimes you're just thinking. I thought I saw something on the collision with Kalen Lucier, and the hand went up almost immediately, so I assume that's what it was. My apologies. That's why we got two guys here to fact check. Centering pass broken up and back to the corner for Lucier. Pestered there by Ethan Leon, who will try to knock it out. Loose puck chance, turning that back around is Tristan Lucier. Oh, look at that. Open ice hit. Colton LaRoe laying the boom on Dane McDavis.
Oh, I think it is going to be a penalty here, Zach, on Colton LaRoe.
This time is actually going to be a penalty as Justin Doyle left the crease, and they will discuss what the call is. Maybe the hit by LaRoe will result in a penalty. That will be the case, gentlemen, as Colton LaRoe heads to the box. 2 minutes head to the head.
Head contact. Head contact.
Can't do that. We got to keep our heads safe, even with the helmets.
That's tough. You just killed that 5-on-4. Now another player back in the box. And Coach Cannell got to be kind of frustrated here. You know that you're playing well, but you're just got to continue to keep the Lancers off the board here. You've never been yelled at by him, right, Bells?
By Cannell?
Yeah.
Can't say I haven't.
Face off won by the Lancers, though.
Kept in, and they're going to have another opportunity to get the score sheet first, get on the score sheet first, as an early clear given by Chris Santorino is something they could not do on their first penalty kill, but they ended up killing it anyway, and they do it to start. Santorino in pursuit of the puck, but this dump in by Londonderry will go into the near corner. A sliding puck will high stick will stop play, and we will have a face-off inside the Londonderry zone. 3:45 left in the first, still no score. A buck and a half left on the head-to-head contact, minor penalty by Colton LaRoe.
Yeah, it's got to be certainly frustrating for Coach Callahan and company here for the Lancers, as just another chance for the Pioneers to get a face-off in the offensive zone.
They tried to set one up to the slot, but could not get shot off by Brady Soroyce. Oh, Soroyce with a big hit! He waffle-boarded Gavin Carroll. But now the Pioneers having to back-check a wrist shot going quite wide from Luca Verani. And now it'll roll all the way back into the Londonderry zone. Those are the risks with the heavy-powered shots. If you miss the net, they could roll all the way down into the neutral zone, perhaps the other zone. Battling for the puck, this is Pat Maher trying to get it away. Loose puck, less than a minute left to go here on the kill. Redirected, loose puck in the slot. Londonderry's got a chance, saved by Ronzello. He got the pad there and turned it away. And a rolling, sliding puck. 40 seconds left to kill. Battle in the neutral zone, and it's moved out by Verani, and Verani will take it along the right side. The starting right winger for the Lancers moves this, tipped up in the air. Ronzello goes down. No shot on him that time, and the puck will slide and be kept onside very smartly by Austin Callahan. Trinity with an opportunity to dump the puck, and they do. In pursuit of it here is Ben Siskevich, and Siskevich has a step and will control the puck in the corner. But instead now is possessed by Nick Bishop and now moved out for Mason Nadeau off of the stick of Wasieko, and this is Ethan Leon. Spinning away, and still a neutral zone possession battle as the penalty has been killed, and we're back to even strength. Two great kills, Braden.
Yes, two great kills there by the Pioneers. Excellent job.
Behind the net holding this is Austin Callahan, and another penalty. This is a slashing. Penalties galore here from the J.
Yeah, it seemed kind of strange to have a Pioneer lose his stick right there, as Christian Buckley was like, wait, I have to go get my stick. And, you know, now Londonderry, who
couldn't get it twice on the power play, will now have to kill. And this is sort of a reward for stopping them twice. A power play here for this powerful Pioneers team. With open space, this team is dangerous. Shot score! Tristan Lucier! Welcome to high school hockey for the Trinity Pioneers. It's Tristan Lucier who scores 3 seconds into the power play.
unbelievable wrister right there, is just able to win that faceoff right to him, sends it right past the goaltender to put the Lancers down 1-0.
I'm digging the goal song as Chelsea Dagger has been played on the speakers here, and their first goal of the year comes from Tristan Lucier. Well, this kid is not just talented at baseball, one of the best. He's committed to Boston College to play baseball, and in his first high school hockey game, he lights the lamp on the power play. Against the Lancers, it's now 1-0 Trinity. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first period. It is 1-0 Trinity. Taking down two Lancers and knocking another one down is Lucier as he's hit by Michael Bell. This has been a busy first period for the Lucier twins. That shot turned away. Redirected toward the net. And now some physical contact in front of the net. A minute 24 left, 1-0 Pioneers. I was talking about it. I was expecting, obviously, I wasn't expecting 3 seconds in to see a goal, but Trinity with space is so dangerous because of the powerful shots they have. It was showcased by that wrist shot of Tristan Lucier.
Yeah, obviously going off that, Zach. I think that's the quickest power play goal I've ever seen. That was fast.
Londonderry's like, all right, we don't have to waste the energy trying to kill it. We'll just take the 1-0 maybe. 'Cause could be a win-win there, obviously. Here's a chance, turned away by Doyle. Bolio keeps it in. Bolio trying to knock it over. Gloved and knocked down there by Austin Callahan. But pestering for the puck is Pat Maher. We've seen him do that many a times. Londonderry will try to get out of their own zone and get something going offensively. That's Jack DeFreitas turning it away. Shot turned away by the body of Joe Ronzello. And racing up the ice comes Centurino. Centurino along the right side gets past his defender. Takes it behind the net, sends a centering pass over, but it's broken up by Austin Callahan. Here's a drive that's turned away, and it's kept onside. Bolio will dump it.
35 seconds, though. Trinity has got to keep this in the zone as it goes to central ice.
Londonderry looking for a last chance effort with just more than 20 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Moved up, one last chance. This is Callan Lucier. Lucier off the back of the net, 10 seconds to go. Pass behind the net. Bolio waiting for it. Here's a chance, nothing goes. Trickling puck in front of the net is dumped down by the Lancers. That'll wrap up period number 1. An entertaining first frame sees a 3-second power play from the Pioneers. And you can kind of call him a rookie, even though he's a junior. Tristan Lucier gets the first goal of the season for the Trinity Pioneers. An entertaining first period. We'll see you right back here on Channel 16. Zach Johnston, Braden Lebelzik, and Kyle Heavey. We'll be right back for period number 2. Stick around. Back in action for period number 2. Zach Johnston, Braden Lebelzik, Kyle Heavey here on Channel 16. It's 1-0 Pioneers over the Lancers after the first period, and the second period begins right now with a face-off win from Brendan Fitzgerald. Londonderry looking for some offensive identity here in this period. They did their best to contain Trinity on 5-on-5, which they did, and a 3-second power play resulted in their first and only goal of the game so far from Tristan Lucier. In the corner right here for Trinity is Pat Maher. Moved down and chipped out. Trinity going the other way on the other net, and so's Londonderry toward our near side as we switch nets. It's funny, Trinity decided to, Manchester was coming this way. Second period on Monday. Interesting, they decided to go other ways even though they're the home squad. Centurino's got some room, walks in, and a save up high off the netting from Justin Doyle.
Back and forth for these first 48 seconds here. Bells, I was walking around, and you become a little bit of a celebrity. People were impressed that you're up here in the booth with us. So, keep doing what you're doing, buddy, and we'll see what type of love you can give your Pioneers as they lead this game 1-0.
Hey, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it.
It was definitely like, oh, you got Bells up there. So we'll see if you can give some tough critique of your brother's play here when he gets back on the ice.
He did fall, which was kind of interesting. He did mention that. Londonderry can't get anything going here. Moved out by the freshman Hunter Therian. A long pass that finds nobody. A long rolling puck that gets picked up by Tucker Reynolds. Behind the net, Mason Nadeau whiffs on his attempt, and that's offside.
Yeah, you just try to keep that there, but when we finally get the referees' names, Cam Lavasser was the one who made that call, and then
George Scorcio.
Scorcio, yes.
Scorcio, gotcha.
Oh.
Face off, moved out, and Londonderry will try to get something happening here, but then the puck gets sent right back into the neutral zone. Braden Trinity's doing a good job of facilitating the puck out of their defensive zone.
Yeah, they're keeping it out of the zone, getting it deep. You like to see it, obviously. Hard pressure here from Callan Lucier, also pressured by his brother, Tristan Lucier.
And an icing call here. And another thing I've been very impressed with Trinity here is they're hitting pretty hard here as Renzello tried to get that puck to George and was way off on trying to lift that up. So here we go with face-off in the Londonderry zone. We'll see if it's a possibly 3-second goal here.
Saskevich will take this draw for Trinity, matching up against Luca Verani, and it's actually, that is Michael Bell, and the puck is high up in the air now in the neutral zone and swatted out of the air by Grayson Tanner.
That was a tough one. It would have been a hand pass if it had been gone to a teammate.
Tanner, a freshman, another freshman on the ice here for the Pioneers. A pass that is kept, and Trinity will keep it in their offensive zone, something they have controlled time of possession so far here throughout this game, and that is very apparent. Racing for this and stopping to collect it is Grayson Tanner, the aforementioned freshman. Tanner off the boards and icing. Freshman ices the puck with 12:27 left. Zach Johnston, Braden Lebelzik, and Kyle Levy. It's a 1-0 lead for the Trinity Pioneers here in the second period.
Yeah, a lot of freshmen doing things here for the Pioneers. It's kind of nice to see that they are set for a number of years from the way things are going. And I was able to chat with one of the freshmen's mothers, Sarah, over here, who's helping out with the scoreboard as well.
Battle for the puck. Trinity's got it. Long pass for Bolio. He'll chase it after it hits off his stick right in front of the benches. Centurino. It's stolen here by Verani. Luca Verani gets one on net, and Ronzello turns it away. That's probably the best chance they've had so far, Braden. Is that right there? Wowzers! So Royce just hit the ice hard, but Trinity going hard the other way, and Centurino's opportunity results in the puck remaining in the zone, and now tape-to-tape pass. This is Gavin Carroll. Carroll shoots, turned away. He had Binkin right in front of him, and the pads of Joe Ronzello turning the puck away. Been a frustrating one so far for Londonderry, trying to throw the shoulder, but you gotta, keep it as safe as possible. Gavin Carroll throws one toward the net, turned away, but still inside the zone. Maher into the corner. Santorino racing for it, but it's kept in by Nick Bishop. Oh, they whiffed on it. The puck is loose, and it's picked up and kept in. A chance for Londonderry, and the shot going wide from Bishop. Puck on the stick of Tucker Reynolds. Now knocked away, and Santorino will chase it. No icing will be called, and it's Doyle who will send it into the far corner. Good pressure there from Kalen Lucier. Lucier off the boards, rolling around. It's scooped up, stick lift, taken right away by Tristan Lucier. Lucier has been the star of the game so far here, Kyle.
Yeah, it's certainly for someone that we have not seen over the past few years, it's been very impressive to see his size, his speed, his skills so far.
High one that's off the glass from Jack DeFreitas. Rolling puck and icing.
Bells, you like that? It seemed like the Pioneers would have gotten to that puck first, but it hit the red line before. The referees call it icing, and now we go the other length of the ice. As a goalie, were you okay with that, or were you just like, well, he would have gotten to that puck if he had tried a little harder?
If it's on the other side, on the other end of the ice, yes.
There you go. That's a good.
Usually, if you're the goalie on that side, it's not a good thing. But it's good that Trinity's doing that, Kyle. They're keeping Londonderry on their toes. So,
knocked back in a wrister that gets blocked. Another one blocked. Londonderry using their legs to stop the puck. A loose chance is going to be iced, and another one. And we'll have a face-off inside the Londonderry zone again with 10:08 remaining here in period number 2.
I got to say, Londonderry has taken the energy. It seems like a lot of sloppiness for both teams so far, but Londonderry has really done a good job of keeping some chances, and at the same time,
this could very well be a 0-0 game if Trinity hadn't scored 3 seconds into their power play. Let's say that man advantage never happens. I think we're still looking at a 1-0 game, just by the way things have gone so far.
And at the same time, Londonderry had 2 power plays that
That's
they
right.
weren't able to score on. So
Again, it could very well be 2-0 Londonderry. Centering pass that finds no stick of a Pioneer. Instead, it's Austin Callahan who will take it around the net, off the boards, and then up in the air and kept in. Man, this puck just won't leave the Londonderry zone. Here's a attempted slap shot that Grayson Tanner couldn't get the stick on, and here is Gavin Carroll.
Nice pass, but no one was there.
Exactly. Pestering and laying the hit is Fitzgerald on Colton Leroux. Down low, here's a chance for Tristan Lucier again. He holds and shoots and just high. Kept onside by Tanner. Tanner will send it down. Waiting for it, Therian. Back up top for Leroux. And stolen, and a chance now for Londonderry. This is Luca Verani. And a good defensive play by Colton Leroux. Something I've said many times, and this year and last year, he's a great defender. Racing up ice now, Spencer Siskevich along the right side. Has the puck taken away by Ethan Leon. Siskevich will get it right back, trying a centering pass, but only finding the stick of Londonderry's Michael Bell. A hit into the boards by Christian Buckley, and the puck back into the neutral zone, dumped down in front of the red line, and Londonderry will take it, and this is Ethan Leon. Leon moving this up and out into the neutral zone, and now come the Lancers looking for something. Throwing one on net there was Dane Mac Davis. Big hit in the corner, and both players hitting. Oh, that's a penalty. A cheap shot from Brady Soroyce, and he'll go to the box. Kind of punched the head of Brady Bell, and a not smart penalty is what I'll say from Soroyce. He'll go to the box for roughing.
Yeah, Zach, you did a good job of watching that as I moved to where the puck was on the camera, and you were able to see that. It
was a big hit. Most of the big hits, I tend to watch the aftermath to see if any, extracurricular activities happen. It did right there. The third man advantage, the third power play here for the Lancers. They're 0-2 so far. A goal here would even this game up at 1-1. This will be Mason Nato taking the face-off against Ben Siskevich. This is a huge draw.
Zafridis out there as well as Wasiasko.
Londonderry will win it. Londonderry looking to even this game up at 1-1. A shot deflected away. Londonderry's got some space. Callahan turned away by Ronzello off the glass, and the puck bouncing and ricocheting and staying behind the net and in Londonderry Lancer possession. Callahan, another one turned away by Ronzello. Waiting and trying to find something. This is Mason Nato. Nato back to the blue line. Leon with Wasiako right in front of him. He connects. Here's a chance. Open shot. Saved by Ronzello. Loose puck. It's loose in front, and it's cleared by the Pioneers.
Look at the speed right there of Mason. My goodness.
Wasiako going the whole length of the ice. Tumbling puck in center ice and dancing down low. Kicked away. Puck is loose. No goal. He hit the side of the net, and it'll be a 5-on-3 delayed penalty. Shot out of play, and I don't know what this call will be. We'll see. It's a hooking and a 5-on-3.
Yeah, it's a tough one right there.
That is called hooking on Callum O'Connor. That is not Callum O'Connor, excuse me.
Colton Leroux.
Colton Leroux will head to the sin bin to join his teammate Brady Soroyce. That one not as reckless as the Soroyce penalty, but still can cause some damage, as now it's a 5-on-3 for 48 seconds. Unless, Londonderry will score.
That's just tough because that's two of your better defensemen that are in the box together right now. And this is going to be a long 48 seconds here.
Fitzgerald will win the draw. Londonderry can cut that time down with a goal. Walking in and shooting it far too high was Austin Callahan. His target was the goalpost. He hit the protective netting out of play. 6:52 left, despite the fact they have two men in the box. Trinity holds their 1-0 lead.
It's certainly not a fun situation, Bells. You were in this spot a few times in your career here. And, is it just all about being able to see the puck not getting screened here?
Yeah, that's sort of it. Obviously finding your reads, seeing where everyone is on the ice. For Londonderry here, this is a must capitalize opportunity.
Absolutely.
They need to score here if they want a chance to get back into this game.
I don't even want to know what the locker room will sound like if they don't score in this 5-on-3. Chopping at the puck with Santorino. Shot off the mask of Ronzello and into the body of the Trinity goaltender. And he holds his position.
Boy.
5-on-3 opportunity.
Bells, those don't always feel right, huh?
No, those ones always hurt.
You're only
The way it
seeing
sounded,
stuff.
too.
As a baseball umpire, I've been drilled in the face.
Yeah, the
with
way
the
it
mask on.
The way that puck sounded when it hit his helmet, oh.
You see stars after. Callahan across for Tucker. Back to Callahan. Open space for him. Callahan waits and sends it to the slot, and it's swatted away by Lucier. Back to Callahan along the near side. Handles this right back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald across for Bauer. From the slot, blocked by Lucier. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Holding and waiting. The open man is Bauer. Callahan, we're back to 5-on-4. Here's a shot, nothing going. Rebound, denied by Ronzello, loose puck in the slot. Londonderry can't get the shot off. 5-on-4 for a minute. Shot up and out of play. With a minute left on the penalty to Colton LaRoe, they killed off the roughing on Sir Royce. Still 1-0 Trinity. Ronzello reigns supreme so far. Under 6 minutes to go. 5:58 on the clock here at JFK. It's 1-0 Trinity. They have done an excellent job on the penalty kill thus far, but they got another 60 seconds while LaRoe awaits his return to the ice.
Trinity forgets that they need to get only 4 guys on the ice.
O'Connor races off. The puck is dropped, chopped, and lifted and back into the neutral zone. Exactly what you got to do after a draw in your defensive zone, and you're just pushing the puck into the neutral zone and making Londonderry have to get back on side. Racing in the quickness of Taryn Bauer. A pass to no one, and the puck will be cleared unintentionally by the Lancers. And about half the time remaining, 30 seconds left on the penalty.
This hurts. It kills at least 15 seconds off this 5-on-4.
Fitzgerald down low. Fitzgerald saved by Ronzello. He traps it. 20 seconds left.
We're more than halfway through this game and still only 1-0. Trinity really trying to get through a tough spot in this game, and hopefully if they do this, they can keep this energy and move it to, putting another one up on the board.
It's not like they haven't had the opportunities. Londonderry has still got 20 seconds to try to score on their power play. Cazzaro has it. Cazzaro back over to Callahan. Callahan lost it, gets it back. Callahan passed it to the wrong guy, and now Santorino might have a chance here shorthanded. Santorino will dump that down, and they have killed the 5-on-3. Wow. Still a 2-on-2. This is a rush coming up from Mason Nadeau. Nadeau along the near side throws it towards the net. I don't see the puck, and that's because the goaltender, Joe Ronzello, has it, freezes it with 4:45 to play in period number 2.
Bells, you're doing a great job helping this goaltender for Trinity. Teach him all that he knows right now as a 1-0 game, and both teams wanting to get their first win of the year. And apparently they didn't like Will Smith music there or something. They stopped things.
I think they wanted to hear more of it.
That's possible too.
I sit right next to the sound director at UNH hockey games, and he especially prefers when the referees drop the puck right on the beat drop and right the perfect part of the song, and then he cuts it off. A long pass that hits off the boards and is taken by Dylan Bankin, who will race down himself, the young defenseman.
No penalty call.
Yeah,
I was surprised on that.
And Sir Royce will go down and dump it. Loose puck in the neutral zone. It's Taryn Bauer. We have hit the 4-minute mark here in period number 2. Still no score. Here is Reynolds. Now a loose puck is taken by Trinity. They'll win the battle. And now, this is Lucier. A chance down low, trying to squeak it in is Bolio, but Doyle got his body in the way of it. No penalty.
Oh,
Bolio wanted it, didn't get it. Racing here, this is Michael Bell, who shoots it right into the body of the sliding Joe Ronzello. 3:30 to play.
Always difficult when you get taken out. You're looking for the penalty. It doesn't happen. Yeah, you can see that he is having a quick discussion here with George of why didn't that happen? You know, I got knocked down. But either way, 3:29 remaining. Another face-off right below us. It seems like the puck has been down here for most of the second period.
Lucier and Bell. And now Lucier gets
Thrown out for Lucier.
substituted for the other Lucier, and Bell gets substituted, or that, yeah, Bell gets substituted for the other Bell. And they were like, let's let your brothers do this, huh? How's that sound? The puck hits off a skate and ends up back into the Trinity zone and dumped out by Colton Leroux. And the puck now entering the Londonderry zone on the far side. Puck up now in the air, chopped back in. Taken by Leon. Leon down the near side. Off the stick of Kalen Lucier, and Lucier will dump it behind the net. It's corralled by Londonderry and found by Ronzello into the trapper. He'll cover with 3:02 left.
Well, again, season opener for both these teams, and what a great start to the season with a tight one that, you know, they'll get the scoring going here at one point or another, whether it's today or in the next game, as they do play Friday at Tri-Town Arena versus the Pinkerton Astros. And apparently,
yeah, I saw. Referee was like, "Don't do that." Londonderry will have the puck move back into the neutral zone, and they'll have to reset themselves. They just got a big hit. Londonderry behind the net. This is Varani, and it's off the stick of Tristan Lucier, and Londonderry again able to clear the puck out. Here's Tristan Lucier. Lucier will get the puck behind the net. Racing for it is Siskevich. Kept in and shot on net, kicked away. Rebound controlled by the Lancers. And finding the body of Brendan Fitzgerald is the freshman Hunter Therian. It's always funny to me when a senior just decks out a freshman. You know, you look down at the roster and you see the grades on the hit and you wonder, is that really fair? Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. We got a stick in 3 pieces here, Kyle, on the left side of the ice. As the
very impressive.
The referee will go and pick those up. You normally see a stick break in half, not into thirds. But that is the case here. Although the blade of the stick is one part, and then there's the base, and then there's the top part. 2 minutes, 6 seconds.
That's expensive.
It is. It's very expensive.
That's not an easy repair. That's done.
You got to get a new one there. You got to pick one up. From the blue line, a loose chance and great defense. And then wanting a tripping call were the Londonderry fans below us, but we got to give Ethan Leon his props for breaking that up. Off the stick, turned away by Ronzello. Finding this is Christian Buckley. And now Tucker Reynolds will pick this up. Reynolds gets hit into the boards by Benkin. Here's Christian Buckley fighting for the puck. It's picked up by Mason Wasieko. This will be icing.
Well, under 90 seconds to go, and no goals so far in this period, but man, Londonderry has got to be frustrated. 4 power plays they've been on and no goals. While for the Pioneers, they're 1 for 1.
They just got to stay out of the box.
Yeah.
Because other than that, Londonderry has not had many opportunities. I can count maybe 1 or 2 full-strength opportunities for Londonderry. I mean, even for Trinity, they haven't had many either, but I think they've had more with their lone goal coming on the power play. Bolio puts one on net, turned away by the blocker of Doyle. The rebound finds its way back to the blue line, kept on side. Now finding a Lancer stick, and this is Carroll who will. Another offside call.
Spot right there is Luca Varani just not able to stay on sides.
One of the disadvantages of the JFK is the small neutral zone, Kyle.
Oh, you see it right there on your screen. It is only roughly 20 feet, 25 feet I would give it.
A sliding puck towards our near side in the Trinity zone, and we got a minute left to play in the second period. 1-0 Trinity over Londonderry. The story of the game so far has been Trinity's penalty kill, killing, was it 4 penalties, including a 5-on-3.
Yeah, and now
no icing.
No icing. Surprising. I was expecting it right there.
A long pass into the neutral zone, chipped out. That one rolling off the wall. In the area, that is Luca Verani, and moved up now for the Lancers and picked up here for Trinity by Colton Leroux. Another sliding puck, 25 seconds to play here in the period. Sliding around, and now a chance for the Lancers. Puck up in the air and snagged by Ronzello like it's easy. 15 seconds. I'm sure you can say it's definitely not easy, but it is. Not easy. 15 seconds. Londonderry maybe trying to take a page out of Trinity's book and get a quick shot off the draw. Could be their only opportunity to try to even this up with the 15 seconds remaining in the second period.
Ethan Leon, you can see right there, number 6, ready to snipe one if possible.
Wins the draw, so Royce moves this out. Therian. So Royce and Nato colliding for the puck, and that will wrap up period number 2. As the Lancers have many opportunities to score on the power play and remain scoreless, as Joe Ronzello has held true in between the pipes so far. Through 2 periods, alongside Brayden Lebelzik and Kyle Heavey, I'm Zach Johnston. The Trinity Pioneers lead 1-0. We'll be right back here on Channel 16 for period number 3. Stick around. Ready to go for period number 3. Trinity leading Londonderry 1-0. Zach Johnston, Brayden Lebelzik, and Kyle Heavey here on Channel 16. It's been a great one so far, and we're looking for an even better third period. And we're going to kick somebody out.
Wow,
Someone's getting. He needs a something that the referees are saying.
Oh, I know what it is. He needs a net guard.
That is very true. He needs a net guard. Well, sorry, Brendan Fitzgerald. It'll now be Mason Nato taking the face-off against Pat Maher. These refs are very strict on the face-offs, and the game resumes. The third period is on.
And that's always tough as a player, Zach, as you don't get into a rhythm.
Yeah, that's right. Crashing the net and turning that away very smartly was Dylan Benkin. But Londonderry coming out firing as Centurino will move up. Centurino has that shot blocked. Good work by Taryn Bauer to get the body in front, the starting senior defenseman. Down low behind, ricocheting off behind the net, and an attempted pass for Max Polio goes awry, and now trying to deke in is Centurino as Londonderry men get in the way, and the puck is called offside. We'll have a neutral zone face-off.
Certainly these 1-0 games get very rugged here, where both teams are going to do what they can to either tie up this game or add to the advantage. And you can see right there, it was pretty physical there in those first 42 seconds.
Are you feeling more antsy in a 0-0 game or a 1-0 game, or like a tie game, or you're down by 1? Do you think as a goalie, whereas you don't want to give up the lead, or you don't want to give up the game at that fact?
Ooh, question of the day right there. Ooh, I would say you're up 1-0 definitely. Because,
I would agree to that.
Yeah, you got the pressure on your shoulder. It's kind of you're the deciding factor.
Exactly. I would say in a 0-0 game, maybe in like the end of overtime, you would be a little more antsy, but being able to retain your team's lead and keep it going is a huge part of being a goaltender. Charging up ice is Tristan Lucier, the lone goal scorer. His brother walks in and offside is called. A shot after the whistle that wasn't really a shot that ended up hitting off the post, and a cross-check from Michael Bell will send him to the penalty box.
Yeah, he's just trying to stick up for his team right there, and you can see the coaches underneath us for the Lancers that are not pleased with things. And a cross-check, it's going to be a 5-minute cross-check too.
Well, after the whistle, I mean, to be honest, if Lucier came up and took a slap shot, how do you feel as a goalie, Brent, after the whistle, if that happened to you?
Personally, I'm not one to fight because I don't like getting penalties, but obviously I'd like my teammates to stick
You
up
don't
for
have to
me.
go to the box. No, send one of the guys on the bench there. I always found that funny when goalies would get penalized and they just shrug their shoulders like, I don't got to go anywhere. It would be funny to see a goalie sitting in the penalty box, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you ever sat in the penalty box as a guilty player at all? Did you ever play defense or something like that before you became a goalie?
Probably. I don't really remember. I do remember sitting in the penalty box one year when I was growing up because my coach, we had 2 goalies, and we would switch off every game, kind of like how me and Hepler did. He'd always want the other goalie to sit in the penalty box. I don't know why, but...
Well,
Off the draw, Bolio shoots and scores! Max Bolio! Right off the draw, just like Lucier earlier. It's 2-0 Pioneers.
it works again. Off the face-off win, go in, get a great shot, and goes through the net for a 2-0 Lancer deficit here. Pioneers looking good so far with 13:31 remaining.
I think Doyle's, and just not to call out his flaws because he has many good things about his game, but right off the draw, you might not have that reaction time. You might be a split second behind. As a goaltender, you can't be. You got to be on your mark as soon as that puck is about to be dropped from the referee's hand, especially when you're on the defending side of the red line where the faceoff is. Off that case, Max Bolio able to put the second one behind Doyle, and it's a 2-0 hockey game. Behind the net, controlling the puck, is Colton Leroux, and it's moved up to Bolio, who just scored the goal. Waiting for someone to find the puck as the Ice Monster eats up Chris Santorino, causing an icing. 13:11 to go here in the third period. The Pioneers have extended their lead to 2-0 over the Londonderry Lancers.
And I don't think I realized, Zach, that we do have a Trinity player in the box, and that is Kalen Lucier, who is well. So it was matching penalties, and Trinity. Yeah, so that's why I've been kind of confused here.
Yeah, because it wasn't a power play. Down low, broken up by Benkin. The pressure's off the shoulders of Ronzello now. The pressure obviously still on to do the best he can, but 2-goal leads take some of that off. Using the body to block that, not even flinching, was Ronzello. Here's a shot, kicked away, rebound up in the air, and losing his stick there was Wasieko. He gets it back. And Trinity with another great defensive stop. Once again, Joe Ronzello kicking that away. Ronzello's been the star. Cutting back, trying to find something. Penalty coming. The hand goes right up as Tucker Reynolds got a little too physical for the likings of the officials and will send Trinity back on the power play. As he joins his friend in the box, roughing is the call.
That's a tough one right here. Well, they've only had a 3-second power play so far, so we'll see if this is a little bit longer for this. But with a 2-0 lead, Trinity can do whatever they kind of want on this power play to increase the lead or just kill more time with 12:35 remaining in this contest.
As we see some of the Manchester Kings warming up to our left, they will take on the Wyndham Jaguars at 6:10 p.m. here at the J following this Trinity game. I hope they don't start too quickly because I am going to pick up some food in between the games. 12:35 left to go here in the third.
Oh, referees coming together to discuss things. As now there's 3 Lancers in the box. So what is this all about now? And even Coach Cannell is getting a clarification of things.
Well, right now it looks to be a 5-on-3. But on the scoreboard, there are no confirmations of the penalty as the...
Yeah, the normal scoreboard operator and PA announcer are not here today, so they're trying to do whatever they can to get the information numbers up there. And Coach Adam there is doing his best to write this all down, get the clarification, and announce it to us up here in the booth. So we've kind of a stoppage in play here. So, Zach, this could hurt your food time.
I set it to 5:45 pickup. It Jersey Mike's on South Willow Street.
Oh, now you tell us?
I got to speed over.
Yeah.
Now you tell us?
Now I tell you. You know what?
Man.
You get catering, get one of the big platters.
I think I remember feeding you and Andrew quite a bit in the
I
baseball season.
definitely remember. We were very grateful for the Wendy's.
99.
99, that's what it was. It was Wendy's when the baseball team came up to visit me when I was doing PA for Central Baseball, and the trash can in there was full of Wendy's. And I went back there a couple months later to do football, and it was still there. I was like, someone's got to take the trash out in there.
Yeah, it's finally taken care of up there in the boxes.
How do we even get to this? That's what we do, Kyle. It's just like Kyle and I have done probably 100 games together, and all it takes is one little thing to get us talking about Wendy's and trash at Gill Stadium. Power play for the Pioneers as the penalty is assessed to Tucker Reynolds. And a quick dump from Londonderry played by Ronzello, and Benkin will wait and take this up himself and find Chris Santorino. A power play goal could make it 3-0 Trinity. Kick save by Doyle, and the rebound unable to be collected by Ronzello. This is Bolio with the great hands. Kick save, rebound, they score! 3-0 Trinity.
This power play is looking dynamite so far, Zach. There goes the boom again with another goal, and now a 3-0 advantage. Get that bus started up. It looks like the Pioneers are getting win number 1 on the year.
Royce first in the line. He believes he chopped that in. Can't be too sure. I'm sure he was the one that knocked it in. All 3 goals for Trinity have come on their powerful power play. And all of their goals coming within the first 30 seconds of their power play.
That's reasonable to say right there.
Turnover is Bolio trying to push the puck up. And now Londonderry having to play really from behind. Centering pass broken up. Another one. Nobody there. Chipped away as Royce will take it and dump it, and it will roll its way out of harm's way.
Now it's a tough 11:30 to go. Can Trinity keep the goose egg up there and get the shutout?
Slipping is loose here as the Ice Monster gets him. The JFK Ice Monster has claimed many victims, Kyle. We've seen many of them.
Yeah, as soon as you hit that blue line, it seems like it just comes up and bites you. Bells, you probably have seen that numerous times as well, as you're watching your teammates either slip and fall and slide, or the opponent as well.
Yeah, I was always told they tripped over the blue line or the red line. That's what I was always told. I've never heard of the Ice Monster until tonight.
Ice Monster is, I don't know what his name is, if it's John or
JFK
what.
JFK Fitzgerald. We'll name him after one of the best presidents we've had in the name of this Coliseum. We'll name him Camelot. How's that sound?
There we go. I mean, that's where the Kennedys know all about down there on the Cape Cod.
The Camelot Ice Monster. That's a cool name. That's a cool name.
Certainly is.
Ice Monster.
Yeah, that's the one that someone slips and on this slick ice. Camelot the Ice Monster takes him. Off the face-off, Trinity will win it. Londonderry holds the puck, moves it up the wing. Trailing by 3, the Lancers looking for something positive besides their play on 5-on-5, but committing too many penalties and not killing them at all, and then not scoring on their penalties. That one's sent toward the net. Ronzello sliding over, but it doesn't reach him, and then it's sent all the way around the length of the ice for icing. As the clock stops at 10:45. Zach Johnston, Braden LaBelle's at Kyle Heavey here on Channel 16. It's 3-0 Pioneers. On their first game of the year against the Lancers, they are really making a statement.
Yeah, Braden, I mean, you could see Ronzello there. He was trying to slide to the other side, but then it got deflected. That's always got to be a tough feeling of, I'm not going to be in the right spot in there.
Yeah, those are the ones that kind of give you the chills, too. You're like, oh, can I get there in time?
Like, how do you stop and have to go slide back the other way? It's certainly not easy with the, I mean, how much does all the equipment weigh on you? 45 pounds?
Oh, maybe something like that. I thought you were going to ask me how much it all is. I was like, don't ask me that question.
No, the weight.
Fighting for it in the far side corner, a shot going too high from Colton Leroux. As the puck gets dumped down. Picked up by Leroux, and in the near side corner of the Trinity zone, it's It's now moved up to the other side, and a solid check by Callahan. Londonderry will take the puck. Off the trapper of Ronzello, he'll be able to cover. Let's do a little Manchester Wyndham preview here. Cam Roberge shut down the Grizzlies with a shutout in their 6-0 win on Monday, and now taking on an opponent in the Wyndham Jaguars. I honestly, I think it's anyone's game for the entire year here in Division I from just what I've seen. It's hard to rank hockey so early in the year because of how much momentum really plays into a team's regular season. Injuries as well. Hello, that stick went way up in the air. Kind of took my attention away from the puck.
Yes.
As Londonderry will move it up into an offensive attack, something they have not been successful on at all tonight. 9.5 minutes left in period number 3. It's a 3-0 lead for your Trinity Pioneers here on Manchester Public Television's Channel 16. We've had some good luck with the hockey so far here, Kyle.
Yeah, I certainly am. And
a long shot from Centurino goes wide, and the rebound is thrown back on Doyle. He'll kick it away with the pad, or send it away with the pad, rather. As this is Luca Varani coming in. Luca has the puck taken from him quite quickly. Taped, not tape, as it's Bolio who will hold it and send it into the Londonderry zone as they quickly take it out and send it the other way as we're under 9 minutes.
yeah, always tough when you have to wait for your teammate to get on sides before you can throw the puck down there, and it just did not work. And
Bankin's pass is chipped off the glass. Trinity will move it up and look to make it 4-0. This is Ben Siskevich. Wow, he got hit hard. Siskevich got the body of Mason Nato sent into them. Moving now is Nick Bishop behind the net. Now Trinity will try to clear it out. Now onto the stick of Tristan Lucier, the first goal scorer of the game. It's been 1 goal per period so far. Off the wall, now covered by Doyle with 8:02 to play.
it's been a great time here. I mean, you can see that there's a good amount of fans that have come out here tonight to see the season opener that have, I mean, obviously Londonderry is really only about 15, 20 minutes away. So it's kind of nice to see that everyone's getting out here on this Wednesday night to appreciate some solid high school hockey.
Turning up and now pushing forward, and I'm not sure if DeVritas really had possession of that after he took the hit, but Londonderry will try to get the puck out of their own zone, which is something they have not been able to do well today. That was so close! That was so close for Wasienko after Doyle mishandled that.
I'm
I
so
think
confused
that hit
how
the
it didn't
post.
go in.
Racing in is Carroll, and a save. Rebound. Oh, what a stop! Laying out is Ronzello. Londonderry still can't get it by him.
Yeah, he didn't have it covered up. It was right there sitting in front of his blockers.
Londonderry with some momentum. Nice move by Luca Varani. A bouncing puck still unpossessed and sent down. Picked up by Cooper Lazaro.
I do like the Londonderry is not giving up. They're getting still as many chances as they can get.
Bolio is offside. Should not have touched that, as that was clearly offside. 6:46 to go in the third. 3-0 Trinity.
And now, a little discussion here. Bolio having some words saying, you know, look at the scoreboard. It is what it is.
He's talking to Tucker Reynolds. You know, if this was the National Hockey League, we'd see him drop the gloves right off the faceoff. We'd get a little fists thrown. If I was commissioner of the NHIA for a day, I would say, let fights happen. One day.
One day,
Let
okay.
them do it. Let team have one fight a year.
Zach, if I think I was commissioner of the NHIAA, I think I'd let kids wear visors for a day.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, it does kind of not protect the face, and but honestly, for a day, who really cares, right? I'm talking about letting kids fist fight each other, and that the face isn't protected. So,
Maybe those stays would be together, guys.
Tumped out and off of the skate of Santorino, and now racing out with the puck is Tucker Reynolds, who throws one wide. Bolio reached out his stick but couldn't pick it up, as Reynolds will have his possession taken. Santorino up along the near side. Santorino with the puck chipped away but kept in by Pat Maher. Santorino couldn't find it, now sent back out to the blue line. Here's Sarois. Loose puck in the slot. Bolio wanted it, and Bolio took something up high and is in pain. But getting right back up is the tough number 28, Max Bolio, with the second goal of the game. The goal scorers have been Tristan Lucier, Max Bolio, and Brady Sarois. The three scorers all on the power play.
Good to see Trainer doesn't have to come out. He's able to just get back to the bench, talk to Coach Cannell about what's going on here, and the face-off will come right in front of the Trinity bench.
Shot saved by Ronzello. 5:43 will stop the clock again.
Well,
some good music choices here.
I was gonna say I appreciate the Trinity fans are, they're enjoying the music here, and so are we. As we didn't get that the other night.
The puck was stolen, but now back into the possession of the Lancers and moved into the neutral zone and picked up by Carroll, turned over, and now it's Lucier racing for it. Back off the boards, into the neutral zone, played by Sarois, and moved over for Benkin. Onside are the Pioneers, and in front of the red line was Benkin when he dumped it down, so now the Lancers will take it, and a loud hit given by Callan Lucier.
No icing on that.
No icing.
Yeah,
Looks
surprising.
like it could have been, yeah. Moving around. Good move there by the young Therian. They got 4 years of Hunter Therian.
Yeah.
They got 4 years of this kid who has already made an impact in his first game as a freshman. 4:50 on the clock, and we'll have a stoppage.
Cam Lavasser getting the stick for the Lancers here. Someone lost that right in front of the net. And away we go down the length of the ice with 4:50 remaining. Will Londonderry get one on the board? That's the storyline of this moment.
Off the glass and now dumped down. Icing is the call, and another stoppage. This has definitely been the longest period of the game with the most amount of stoppages, even with the first two periods having so many penalties. Granted, Trinity was able to have their power plays ended nice and quickly with a goal.
Yeah, certainly Londonderry's going to look at this game and the opportunities that they had that they just were not able to get it past Ronzello. And you got to work on that power play because that's a huge spot to possibly get an advantage and get some goals. And they just have not been able to do it.
A puck battle in the neutral zone is sent down and now controlled by Taryn Bauer. Trinity will keep it in. Chipping it toward the net. They moved it in front and now covered by Doyle. 4:15 now on the clock.
Great chance right there, though, by Buckley to just try to hit it off the goalie. I saw out in the Sports Center top 10 last night that there was a goal off the side of the goalie's head that just bounced right into the net. And
NHL hockey?
NHL hockey,
What did I miss then? Because I'm always on top of that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, Zach, he shot it from behind the goal line, and it went off the side of the goalie's helmet and in.
Wow.
It seemed like that's what Buckley was kind of aiming for.
Why not, right? Or try like a Michigan or something. Holding, waiting, shooting, and scoring as Colton LaRoe. 4-0 Trinity.
4:03 remaining, and yeah, that certainly is going to put the dagger in the heart of the Lancers here. Camelot is here, and so are the Pioneers, looking to make this known that they are a team to deal with here in Division I NHIA hockey for the 2025-26 season.
With one of the better goal songs in Division I love hearing Chelsea Dagger 4 times. as Trinity makes it a 4-0 game. 4-0 game with under 4 minutes left.
Scoreboard operator might be celebrating too much here. I'm not sure, but
it is 4-0, and here comes Centurino wanting to make it 5. Throws it toward the net, and that was Luca Verani in the area. Now the score has been updated, and the puck now moved up by Gavin Carroll. Wants to get that goose egg off the board. Turned away by the body of Joe Ronzello. 3.5 minutes to play. 4-0 lead here for the Trinity Pioneers. Shooting and scoring is Luca Verani. And the Lancers get on the board.
That was a snipe right there. Very impressed with that. He might have had a screen on the goalie as well, but was able to just send that pass over the shoulder. And
that may have been Gavin Carroll. He was the first to go down, but either or, Trinity gives up their first goal of the year, but under 3.5 minutes to play, they lead by 3. Back to a 3-goal deficit for Londonderry. Racing now. Could you imagine right off the draw if Callan Lucier put that in the net? I mean, that would be nuts. So Royce with a backhand keeps it in.
Big hit right there.
Callan Lucier lays the boom down low, and hitting him is Ethan Lyon. Walking in is Lucier, and a save by Doyle. Tristan Lucier. Another one on net. Another rebound chance, and it's kept out. Callan Lucier shoots it off the post. Justin Doyle's rebound control has been subpar, to say the least. He's let a lot of pucks pop out. Lucier shoots one high. And Ethan Lyon been very physical on this possession. Another one off the blocker. And a big hit in front of the net, knocking the goalie down, will be a penalty.
And we're going to get a penalty on Trinity.
2 minutes, 24 seconds. And yet another power play for Londonderry. They have been quite unsuccessful on the man advantage. Callan Lucier heads to the box for a cross-check, which ended up knocking down Doyle.
Do you take the goalie out at this point? I mean, it's going to be a 6-on-4.
I would. Yeah.
I would do it with no hesitation because you need to get as much space as possible. And you got to have it's got to be a 2-goal deficit by at least a minute and a half to have a chance with an empty net. A drive and a save by Ronzello. That was what they drew up. Right now I'll pull him. You know, if you're going to draw up a slap shot, granted, I am the farthest thing from a hockey coach. I skate like a baby giraffe, so I should have no situational input on a hockey game. Well, I've been watching hockey my entire life, but these guys know way more than I do. That's why I got the headset on.
We appreciate what you do with the headset, though, Zach.
Well, I've got to say, Braden has probably at least 10 times as much hockey knowledge as I do. He's got the headset on, so. Would you pull him? You would say he would pull him here?
Yeah, I think I would, Zach. I mean, obviously they need to get back in the game. 1 goal and it's a 2-goal game. That's the most dangerous lead in hockey.
Exactly.
So.
And, you give up an empty net, it's not the end of the world. And the fact that they have had an unsuccessful power play, why not make it a 6-on-4?
Yeah.
But the fact that they can just dump it with no repercussion, makes it more dangerous with an empty net. Because on a 6-on-5, you dump it down, could be icing. But on a power play or on a penalty kill, you can do whatever you want with the puck. Spinning around, finding some momentum here is Fitzgerald, who that possession results in a clear from Trinity. Under a minute left on the penalty, just a little over a minute left here in the third period. Racing in is Nato, and Nato down low. It's rolling and tumbling on the ice. Puck cleared with a minute left to play in the third period. Trinity leading Londonderry 4-1 here at JFK on their home ice. So Royce couldn't get the clean hit off, and Ronzello will make the stop. Another hit by Royce, and off the glass.
Oh, one of those weird bounces off the stanchions.
With 40 seconds left in a 4-goal game, and with a stoppage here, I believe it would be fair to say we could begin our post-game awards with our 3 stars of the game. I got to give Brady Royce some credit with his goal and his defense and his leadership here in Game 1, allowing his team to play very composed and very quick off the draw. Brady Soroy earns my third star of the game.
He set the tone, and it's done a good job. Now it's going to be 1A and 1B, in my opinion, but we got to give number 2. And
I would give it to Tristan Lucier, who has made an impact on as much as he can do in his first game in high school hockey. I almost kind of want to give to both Lucier twins. Here's a shot that is turned away by Ronzello, making the stop, and another one turned away. 12, 11, now 10 seconds. They kill the penalty. The puck goes above the net, and we can confidently say that this was a dominant performance from Joe Ronzello in between the pipes. A drive wide. This game is over. The Pioneers win it 4-1, and the first star goes to Joe Ronzello.
yeah, you see him right there getting surrounded by his teammates. A great job right there, and the senior is going to be looking to continue that for the rest of the season here as they will make their way up to Hooksett to play the Astros on Friday. And Braden, you got to be happy to see that your brother played pretty well when he was out there, and the Pioneers, your alma mater, looking good so far through the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, like I said again, I think it's championship or bust. They kind of proved that tonight, Kyle. And I think that if we could give a 4-star of the game, I think I would give it to Max Bulio. He seemed to be on the ice for every goal. I think he may have been +4 on the day. He just seemed to find the puck.
Well, we'll give him that as well because, we could really go 5 lines. Colton Roy,
Honestly, yeah.
did really good too. So
well.
I guess we'll go
2
with
honorable mentions.
our starting 5 for the players of the game. But either way, it's been a pleasure to be with you on this game number 1 of a doubleheader. As, again, Trinity with the 4-1 win. For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick. For Zach Johnson, Braden LeBelzik, my name is Kyle Heavey. It's been a presentation of Manchester Public Television. Stay tuned for more. We'll be back in just a little bit for game number 2. It's going to be the Wyndham Jaguars and the Manchester Kings. Back with more after this.